We mentioned more than 1 million Coloradans have already returned their ballots ahead of Tuesday's election. Securing your vote, of course, as you know, is a pretty big job for Colorado's county clerks. So this morning, we're giving you more insight on that job with Alton Dillard. He used to work for the Denver Clerk and Recorder's Office before retiring. Still dabbles in it. Alton, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being with us because, of course, this is a big topic for a lot of people right now. Walk us through the process of what happens once you drop off your ballot all the way to the point that it's counted.
All right, once you drop off your ballot, what happens is they're collected by bipartisan teams. And usually what occurs is there is sort of a schedule on when they're picked up. So if you are in the earlier part of the voting period, they may, empty a box once or twice a day. Once you get closer to election day, maybe 3 or 4 times. And that's what starts your ballot on its journey.
Okay, and so a lot of people want to know if their ballot is secure the whole way through. You've spent a lot of time with this. Talk to us about the security in this process.
There's all kinds of security. The number one thing is people need to remember that all these processes are handled in a bipartisan manner. And so even with the ballots that are dropped off in boxes, there's chain of custody logs that have to be filled out even before the bipartisan team takes the ballots back to a particular election office.
Once it gets to the clerk, how is it actually verified, and what happens if there's a problem with somebody's ballot?
All right, so when it comes in the door, the first thing that happens is the ballots, there's the intake. So you saw the million votes cast number. Those are ballots that have come in the door. But what happens with them is they come in the door, and then after they get in the door, you go into the signature verification process. And the signature verification process, everyone's signature is already on file. So there's a way to compare against what they have on file depending on how old the signature is. So they can go way back. I've been voting since I was 18. They can go way back and even, find mine. After that, it goes into ballot preparation where they're simply flattened out, and that's what gets them ready for imprinting and counting. Now, imprinting varies from county to county because some counties imprint as they scan their ballots.
And what does that mean, imprint?
Imprint is actually a thing they do for the risk limiting audit that takes place after the election. And that's why it's so important that people realize that your ballot and your identity get separated at that point before they go into that process. So no one can trace your ballot back to you, but it's just an individual digital fingerprint because during the risk limiting audit, you literally need to be able to go find ballot number 620 in box number 40 in batch 8. You literally have to go through what could be 1 million pieces of paper and find that particular ballot. So after it goes through that process, then that's when the scanning happens, but also nobody has the football. So no one knows what the results are, but we are able in Colorado to start processing our ballots before election day, and then when they hit tabulate at 7 p.m., that's when you see the results that pop up on the website.
As you can tell, a very intricate process here. Just a quick yes or no, Alton, is it too late for people to mail their ballots in?
Yes, it is, just because that's a variable that can't be controlled. Colorado is not a postmarked state. It has to be in your clerk's possession by 7 p.m. on election night.
Alton, we appreciate your knowledge. Thank you very much. All those years, we need your experience back in to help us break down. So we appreciate you being here this morning.
Thank you.
All right.